Man. Oh, okay. Hey, my Legion. How y'all doing today? Back with another review. Wrestling like review. I haven't watched the product in a long time. 'Cause I don't think it. I tried getting back into SmackDown a little bit, and I never watched the A&E or what AWE or whatever it is. But I just can't get into the new stuff that much. It's all. However, there's new wrestling stuff. Dark Side of the Ring, definite must. Along with stuff A&E was doing stuff with WWE. I didn't know about that till my friend sent me a little video about the biography, and I knew they did another show about Hidden Treasures, which I'll be reviewing too. But first I want to review the season 1 of Young Rock. I keep wanting to say Low Rise Young Rock. It was a Rock as a kid. I remember some of these stories whenever I read his book, especially like his trials in the Canadian Football League, is how it ends up. The last episode ends up, going to Canadian. And it's cool because you see some of his. They have the characters in the show portrayed by the, and then you see like the real characters, like his mom in real life, and then that coach that instead of ate coffee grounds, something like that. But you see him in real life too. Basically, it revolves around. The setup, the original setup. He ends up telling like, when I was this age, and it ends up. It's like the wraparound story. It's like him as The Rock, we know, running for president with that one guy, I can't remember his name, from WandaVision, interviewing him. And then he talks about when he was like a young kid, and then like when he was in high school, and then when he was in college and stuff. Really interesting. Now I know Jim Cornette liked it because he said it respects the business. But he said they handicapped themselves because they casted actors as some of the wrestlers. Like they have an actor playing. The guy playing Andre the Giant, and he said they handicapped themselves because no one can really. There's only one Andre the Giant, and then they did a Vince McMahon, which was terrible. There's only one Vince McMahon, and that guy wasn't even close. Then they had some. Andre the Giant, I got used to. It was different, but I got used to it. He did fine. And then like Iron Sheik was then Macho Man was more subdued than a real Macho Man. But it was really interesting. They talk about his living in Bethlehem, PA, and they mentioned Erie, PA. They said they're going to, and I don't know why they on the news, the local news, they said they mentioned Erie, PA in this one show. I don't know why they didn't mention it in Young Rock, because they mentioned it twice. They said that his mom was talking to somebody. He said that his dad, Rocky Johnson, who looks a lot like him, was going to an event in Erie. And they mentioned Erie again. I'm surprised they mentioned it on the news. Oh well. Um, the shows has comedy. Shows has serious stuff. I think the show is fascinating. Now I know Rai said there was a fall in viewership with the one episode. It was like a football episode. I think the fans want to see pro. They don't care about the football, but it's all part of his growing up. He grew up in a wrestling family, but he wanted to try out for football first, just like Macho Man back in a long time ago. When I was born in '68, like in '70 or something, he tried out for baseball through the minor leagues and tried to go into major leagues, and then he ended up getting frustrated with that, and then went into wrestling. But I think, and then I know Rai was kind of to say that Young Rock got renewed for a second season, which was awesome. I watched that, and I watched the Keaton Thompson show. I didn't really care for Keaton Thompson, and then all Chris Red did was goofy. And I didn't really. It's okay, but I'd rather see Keaton Thompson just do the goof character does. It's the show's okay, but I don't think it has much in reality. Whereas The Rock is about reality, except they have the different characters playing wrestlers, and it's sad because a lot of those wrestlers have passed away because, well, The Rock knew when it was really smart on how he did everything. But I mean, if you get a chance, see Fighting with My Family is fantastic. Even I mean, I drug John to see it. I was, oh my god, you gotta see this, and he said he didn't know anything about it. You don't have no, it's probably gonna be awesome. But I dragged him to see it, and he loved it. I mean, I kind of drug it. Well, I didn't drag him to see it, but I mean, it's like kind of talk. I mean, kind of think it would be really good because it looks like it'd be good. I mean, he didn't know who Paige was and stuff like that, but it's about her coming. But it's about a life story, an underdog story. You don't really have to be know a lot about wrestling to know that. And Fighting with My Family, 10 out of 10. That was really funny. This is before the pandemic. And The Rock, there was a part where The Rock wanted to leave, and they kept bugging him, and that was really it was really, really funny. I loved it. Anyways, Young Rock is awesome. I love the show. I give that a 10 out of 10. It was on Tuesday, 8 o'clock. They just had a season finale, which is different from series finale, because it means the end of the series. Now, Roseanne is coming up. I don't know if these are new episodes of Roseanne or that starts next week. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, not Roseanne Connors at 9 o'clock. Well, I'm going to put this up Thursday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. So, 10 out of 10 for Young Rock. Now, Amy, like I said, Amy had 2 shows. I reviewed the biography of Randy Man Macho Savage. And then, I mean, I ended up going to bed, and then my friend said he ended up going to bed too. He got to get up early for work. But I mean, they had a show called Hidden Treasures, which I didn't know about. And they do stuff with like the Storage Wars and stuff like that. And basically what it is another WWE show. But it's like they introduced Stephanie and Triple H because they're kind of like the main people now, with Vince overlooking everything. Uncle Vince. Uncle Vince. Or the genetic jackhammer. Anyways, they had them talking about like this thing. They have this big warehouse of WWE memorabilia, and they said they want to make it available for the public. When they had all this stuff in storage, and it said like, it's a great idea. Well, it's also for idea for shows. So they might have a museum or something like that. I don't know. And they're trying to get certain artifacts back from collectors, for everyone can see it. And the first guy on there was Mick Foley. And they have like this one guy, this big guy that must know a lot about collecting. And he says like a W person training or something like that. I don't know. And oh my god. They got Mick Foley. And Mick Foley is trying to look for a couple things. He was trying to look for one of the Mr. Sacco puppets. And he talks about that hospital stay with when he came in with and bugged Vince McMahon with Sacco, and he thought it was just a goofy thing. And then that caught on the next time they saw Mick Foley like started like Sacco 316 and stuff like that. So silly. And they kind of recreated it at the end of the show with Stephanie playing a joke on Vince. Vince looked like he was kind of pissed. He laughed a little bit. He looked like he was kind of pissed. I'm sure he does. I mean, because Vince is like, can't you take a rib? I don't think he could take a rib. Anyways, they're trying to look for Mr. Sacco, trying to look for his Cactus Jack flannel jacket, and trying to look for his Mankind, the very first Mankind leather jacket. Now, during this time, people talking about different things about Mick Foley, like how great the Hell in a Cell was, and there's different wrestlers that talk about stuff. R-Truth was in there, I think. Or R-Truth was talking about Macho Man. I can't remember. But I mean, they have some of the other wrestlers that you might not see as much talk about some people. And they fly all over, and they go to this one collector's house, and he said, I mean, they try to get like the event, the items from them. I think it's really interesting. It's kind of weird they want to get those items back, because some people want it through like a charity auction, and then some people drive a hard bargain. But I mean, I think it's a fun story. I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, for showing stuff like that, it's just another way to, it's another idea for a show, I guess. It'll probably do well because of popular WWE. Now, that show will probably get more ratings than the product they put out now, because the product they put out now is not doing very good. But I mean, I liked WWE's Hidden Treasures. I give that. I give that a 9 out of 10. So I hope you like these two WWE show reviews. I don't think WWE had anything to do with the Young Rock or the. They have someone else. They'd have Vince McMahon playing the third. I don't know. I don't know if WWE has anything to do with that show, but I know they have something stuff to do with A&E. So, hope you like this review, everybody. Till next time, please take care, my legion. Iggy.